Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on November the 17th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So we have coming up here on Tuesday, busy day in terms of news. We have OPEC meetings here, so please keep an eye. Actually, before we get into the news here, we have seen some positive action in the in the market, and a lot of that has been to do with the vaccine, or because of the vaccine news. So Moderna is coming up with a vaccine. Their vaccine is even better than the first one, or at least it's showing really positive results. And at this point, there's a lot of optimism in that regard. So markets went up because it's easier to distribute, because it can be efficacy is really high, and also it's easier to distribute because it can be stored at higher temperatures. So things are looking good in terms of the vaccine. So we have seen some positive market sentiment as a result, and the stock market went up, and the US dollar declined because it's a risk currency, or I should say it's a safe haven currency. So when risk comes into the market, US dollar goes down and the stock market goes up, and that's what we have seen. All right, so back to the news here. Coming up tomorrow, we do have retail sales numbers here from the US. They are expected to decline, but if they come in worse than expected, that will be negative for the US dollar. We also have Bank of England, Governor Bailey speaking. Now, there were also news or comments in regards to the Brexit deal, and now they were talking about the Brexit deal coming out in about a week or so. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. If we start hearing more positive comments in regards to the Brexit deal, that will be positive for the British pound. And if we don't see one in a week, or leading up to that, that will be negative for British pounds. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Other than that, we have RBA Governor Lau speaking as well tomorrow. So let's go on to the charts now. Let's start off with euro dollar. So euro here did come back down, but as we can see here, it has gone back up. So this is looking bullish at the moment. It is filling this inefficient move, so we may see price go up higher here. So right now, this one is neutral to bullish, and in terms of target, we're looking at 1.1920. So first target would be 1.1880, which is not that far, but basically looking for a move back into the highs here. So neutral to bullish bias here for euro dollar. Pound here as well. This is bullish to neutral here as well. It's holding above the support. Now, it did reject higher today. So we did see this back and forth, but it has gone back up again. So we'll have to, it's a lot of volatility right now in the pound. But if it holds above today's support here, above 1.3160, then chances are we're going up again. But this one is, I'm more leaning towards a neutral side here, because if it doesn't go through the high, we could still see this decline. A lot of this will depend on the comments in regards to Brexit news. So if Brexit news is positive, this is likely to go higher. So right now, this is more on the neutral side. First target here would be 1.3250 and then 1.3300. So neutral bias for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here looking quite bullish. It's holding onto that positive sentiment here. So it hasn't been able to, with the positive news about vaccines and all of that today, we have a nice solid bullish candle close here. So chances are we are going to see a move to the upside. First target is 0.7350 and then 0.7420. So bias is bullish here for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar, this one as well held above the support resistance level here. And now we do have a bullish candle close, so looking bullish here. A lot of positive sentiment from the vaccine overall here. So next target. Next target is 0.6940 and then 0.6965. So bullish bias here for New Zealand dollar as well. Dollar CAD, we have a bearish, nice solid bearish candle close here. So looking for a drop. First target is 1.3020 and then 1.2920. So bearish bias here. All right, let's take a look at our commodities here. Silver still looking neutral. It's been slowly making its way higher. However, it doesn't seem to have much strength here in terms of the direction here. Looking at the 1 hour, as we can see, it's trying to fill this inefficiency here. But it's been very volatile. It doesn't have a lot of we don't have a lot of strong signals in either direction here. So today's candle close is completely neutral here. It is into resistance, as we can see here. So what I'm going to look for will be a retest here. So if it holds below 25, we're basically looking for a drop here. So a neutral bias here for silver. Target is 23.50. Gold here, gold as well, just going sideways, doesn't have a strong direction at the moment, even though it was holding above the support level here, it hasn't really been able to make it higher. So this inefficient move hasn't been filled yet. At this point, completely neutral candle close for the day. So again, we're going to look at the resistance. If it holds below 1900, we're looking for a drop. So the target here is 1850 for gold. Oil here, oil went up on the positive news here. So we do have OPEC meetings coming up tomorrow. And if they talk about maintaining or production cuts or maintaining the production levels and stuff like that, that will be positive for the oil. So especially the production cuts will be positive for oil. So right now with the vaccine news coming up, everything was bullish today. Then we have to see, does it go away like it did previously, or will the vaccine news stay, or the optimism that we saw from the vaccine news, is it going to stay? So that will be the deciding factor. But right now, this is still trading in a range. So at this point, if it holds, we could see this move come back down here. So it has to go through 42.25 for it to be bullish at this point. Hasn't done that. So right now I am leaning more towards a neutral side. And if it holds below 42.25, I'd be looking for lower levels. So neutral bias here for oil. Copper here, copper looking quite bullish here. This is, it has gone through this resistance. It has been making higher lows and higher highs. So we have been seeing this even lately here. It's just been holding on to those levels that it has gotten to. So right now, this is looking bullish, and we are getting into these highs that we haven't seen in quite some time, but looking bullish. Next target here is 3.20, and then 3.22, and then we're going all the way into 3.25. So right now, basically bullish, 3.20 and 3.22 will be the next two targets. I would look for a bit of a pullback and then a further move higher here. So something like this. So bullish bias here for copper. Bitcoin still going strong here. Next target, it's getting into some, or running into some trouble here because of this previous levels. It's right into that resistance level here. Looking bullish nonetheless. And once it breaks through the resistance, then we have all this room to the upside here. So we are back into targets here. Let's take a look. 17,200, and then we have 17,500. So bullish bias here for Bitcoin. S&P 500. big bullish or bullish close for the day. We do have a bullish signal here. The concern's going to be, so a lot of this move came from that vaccine news. So is it going to stay? That will be the question. So we are into some resistance levels here. So this is where we are, back into the support resistance level. If it holds here, then chances are we are going to see this move back down. So last time we had this big spike up and then it faded. And if the same thing happens here, we are looking for a move back down here. So right now we do have a bullish candle close. I am a little bit skeptical here. So I would say neutral bias here. If it goes through today's high, we're looking for all-time highs at 36.75 level. So neutral to bullish here for S&P 500. Nasdaq here also looking bullish, but again, I would take this with a grain of salt. So neutral to bullish bias. Next target here is 12,200 and 12,280, and potentially all the way, let's just say 12,400. So neutral to bullish. Dow Jones here. Dow Jones looking bullish here as well into all-time highs. Now, if it goes through, then we are basically, it paves the way for 30,500. So bullish bias, neutral to bullish for this one as well, because we are right into, it hasn't closed above the previous resistance. Once it crosses, then we're looking for the next level. So for now, neutral to bullish. DAX here. DAX going sideways here. This one didn't quite finish as strong as the other ones there. So right now it is sideways. It is into strong support resistance or resistance level really. So at this point, if it holds below this 13,280, then we're looking for a drop. Otherwise, we're likely to see move higher. FTSE here. FTSE still looking strong here. So bullish bias, next target is 65.10. And Nikkei also looking quite bullish. Now we are seeing volatility here. So with Nikkei, what we are going to look at would be this 25,800 level. If it holds above that, we're looking for a move higher into 26,000 potentially, and even higher. So we are into all-time highs here with Nikkei as well. And then above the 26, and we have 26,500. So for now, bullish bias for Nikkei as well. So that's it. I would be careful here. You guys have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.